Okay, there we go. Okay, hi Beatrice, how are you?
Hi. Hey, Joseph. Happy quarantine, I guess.
Yeah, happy quarantine to you.
Thank you. I know. Trying to make the best of it, right?
Yeah, can you imagine if the April the 1st turns out that this was the biggest April's Fool
April
ever?
Fool's. Oh my gosh. You know how many people would be killed for that? It's
Yeah,
like, yeah, yeah. It would
yeah,
not be
that
it
was the
would not
biggest
be funny.
scam.
Right. But no. Millions and billions of dollars lost. No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
But
but that was a good joke. Yeah, not really.
we have it right here.
Exactly.
Joseph's joke. Have nothing to do with it. Just a
Yeah,
disclaimer.
exactly.
So,
So
all right.
anyway,
What are we
so in
talking
this
about today?
video, of course, like we want to thank all our viewers, our subscribers. We're getting more and more people involved, so we want to thank them first of all.
I think we're up, right. We're up to 50 views now. We're so excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully that'll be higher. But no, I think the more that people are indoors and having to be stuck to their laptops and their
Yeah.
phones, it's probably a good thing for some of us. So
Yes,
well,
absolutely. So, we always remind everybody to subscribe to the channel, like it, and of course share if you like it. And especially in this video, we're gonna go over how we basically adapted to this new situation, what
mhm.
we're seeing happening about our when it comes to our businesses, which actually is interesting. The kind of transformation that is taking place, and after also this thing that now we are going fully digital,
Yeah.
and and actually we are really at a very fast pace. We are really jumping on this new wave of modernization, and we're going to try to entertain you with the 10 things that you need to have during your quarantine.
Yeah, or 10 things that we can't live without.
Exactly, things we can live without.
Yeah.
How you see that you have now adapted with this new situation, considering that it's 10 days. It feels like 2 months, but it's 10 days.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, time goes a lot more slowly.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's been a couple months, to be honest. We were literally, this is the third week of March.
Hmm.
Just 2 weeks ago, we were doing our baby moon, my husband and I, in New York City. We were hitting restaurants, Broadway shows, museums, everything in Times Square. I mean, it was packed. So it was a whole different world just 2 weeks ago, or as you say,
Yeah.
yeah, 10 days ago, 12 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
because I went back on my
mhm,
calendar, getting notification of stuff that I've done, following up on these meetings, and
yeah,
and and then it felt like it was so, long ago, and it was literally last week,
it really does
again,
make
two
time
weeks
stand
ago.
still. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I guess because we are physically standing still. I mean, I'm sitting at this table literally 10 to 12 hours a day,
Yeah.
whether it's for work or for business or, anything else, communicating. And you really, because you're not as distracted, I'm assuming, or I'm not as distracted. I'm not commuting. I'm not walking. I'm not,
Yeah.
running to go get lunch or whatever. Time actually stretches out more.
Yeah.
My commute is a lot shorter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
To
from the kitchen back to the living room, and
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I was spending, 2.5 to, 3 hours a day commuting. So that has completely been eliminated. I try to actually get up and shower and, sit it or get ready for work just like I do normally, just to
that's a
have
good habit. That's
some
actually that
semblance
I'm
of
doing the same thing. Yeah.
schedule. Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, I try not to uh, let myself go or whatever. So I still try to work out, still try to, eat healthy but I think the most thing is that I feel like people are it's more, I'm connecting more frequently with people because of the humanity,
Mhm.
because everybody is now in the same, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
So every time more people are reaching out, I'm reaching out more, whether it's through texting, through GChat, through email, whatever, and just checking up on people. You know, people are checking up on me. I mean, it's actually I'm connecting more with people I haven't heard from in a long time or not as frequently. So in that way, it's kind of a good thing because now people and even people how I communicate with like work associates,
Hmm.
we're all kind of communicating in a more humane, more personal
Yeah.
level because
Yeah.
of yeah. Do you find that as well?
Yeah, also, because that, I've traveled a lot in my life, and I have friends basically everywhere in the world, and it's
Yeah.
weird because usually you are disconnected when you have like a major sport event, or there is, maybe some, it's very rare, but this is
Oh,
incredible. I have friends in China, Southeast Asia, Australia, Europe, like in
mhm.
Italy, like in Holland, like in
Yeah.
UK, and we are sharing all the same situation,
Same circumstances. Yeah.
same circumstances,
Yeah.
and we are all getting so philosophical about stuff. you
Right.
know,
You actually have more time to think, as a matter
yeah,
of fact. Like,
it's
yeah,
exactly what you said. You actually say, "Oh, you know what? I could have done this before too.
yeah,
I could have reached out to my friend, have a video call, have the pleasure of asking, "Hey, how are you doing?" And we
yeah.
all look at each other through the screen saying, "Yeah, we were dumb. Why we haven't done this? Is actually fun." What's going on in Barcelona? What's going on,
Right.
in San Jose? It's like,
Yeah.
wow, I actually can get to know a lot
Yeah.
speaking to somebody I know who is there. I don't
Yeah. It
need
really is.
news. I don't need, it's like, no, I can just actually to talk to somebody, you know,
It
and
really, really has transformed. I'm reaching out more to my mom,
yeah.
which is great. And actually, she's been very technically savvy too, technologically savvy. So, and she's in her 80s, God bless her. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely something that maybe people, kind of brings out the good in people.
Yeah, because we are all, as you said, we are all in this together. We know that this has hit like everybody very hard. So yeah, it's like you feel you wanna be more compassionate, also because you are asking, for compassion to be understood by people. It's like this
Yeah.
is hard. Well, it's hard for everybody. So we don't want to get at each other. What
Yeah.
we want is like somebody to listen to us. Again, I found a lot of people is finding, just really, especially unfortunately people in Italy, where the tragedy has really,
Yeah.
a massive size.
Right.
They love the fact that is somebody listening to them. That they actually are able to, talk with somebody talking about the future. This is going to be over. I can't wait, to get over this. And but
Right.
we also have learned a lot, you know,
Yeah.
and a lot of people is rediscovering the fact that, yeah, maybe we forgot some good manners, we forgot some compassion, some consideration. And
Hmm.
people now are saying, yeah, no, we need more consideration, we need more attention, we need more compassion. So yeah.
But yeah, I think people are rediscovering that because they're
Yeah.
now seeing that there's something bigger than us. This is let's put aside the pettiness or oh, that person never called me, those things like
Yeah.
that, and just reach out because you never know. I mean, God forbid, I mean, there
Yeah.
could be things could be worse.
Yeah.
So we should move on to the next topic, right? Talking about how it
Yes.
affects our
Yeah,
business.
well, it's actually interesting because to some extent I've seen with the magazine, with with our digital platform,
Mhm.
that the demand for content actually has increased, because, to be honest, lately entertainment has been on a rocky waters. So in
Mhm.
terms of escapism, we really didn't get that much. But now people want escapism. People don't want nihilism, doesn't want dark stuff. They want to be amused, entertained.
Yeah.
So music, live streamings,
Yep. We're
also
doing
live
more
content.
online.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we with the magazine we report on lifestyle. So people actually reach out to us saying, "Oh, okay." Asking us, so how do you think this is going to play out?
Mhm.
If I still want to buy my favorite stuff, how can I do that? and brands also now have to reinvent a whole new strategy. So for me, honestly, has been you know after going over the hump of the crisis management,
Right.
now it's actually pretty interesting what's happening, and it's new. It's actually engaging. What
Well,
about
like
what?
you said, yeah, I mean, well, like, right. You're in the media with Live in Style magazine. I think you're absolutely right. People are looking for an escape, and the only way they can escape is through their computers or through their phone. And so our business, Impact PR, we work with a lot of entertainment clients, a lot of
Hmm.
music clients, and so a lot of that has affected their live performances, of course.
Hmm.
We've had artists that have to, basically cancel their full tours,
Yeah.
10 plus shows around the country. But now they're finding creative ways to get those live performances online. So thankfully, the music industry has already been digital for the past 2+ decades.
Yeah.
So the way people consume music, it hasn't changed. But now it's how they consume live performance music that now
Mm.
is starting to be more digital as well. So, for example, we have an artist, Lisa Ramey, who's based here in New York. She was going to give her CD release show this Friday, and now she's moved it to Twitch TV,
Hmm.
twitch.tv, and which is a live streaming platform. And yeah, basically, you can go online just at the same time as if it was a show. And you can actually, she's actually collecting donations for 2 charitable organizations. So you can actually click a link and send some money through PayPal. And you can also enjoy her live show. She's actually having an opener, Tim Young, who's Grammy-winning Broadway star, and there's going to be, she's going to be doing a live performance in a studio with 2 of her band members in
Mm.
Brooklyn. But this
Okay,
is
that's
also,
cool.
but I think also, I mean, now her audience isn't limited to only people in New York. It's not limited to even people that can't make it at that specific time, because now it's going to live on Twitch TV's
Yeah.
platform, and people can share it and watch it later on. And
Yeah.
now it's open to a global audience.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
maybe thousands of people now can come watch her CD release show.
Yeah.
So it's really something that's going through all of our artists. So
Hmm.
live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, and Zoom. Zoom is another platform that
Oh
we're using
yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, yeah, because it's also that sometimes when I do my chores or I need to check some stuff or organizing files. I have some favorite YouTube channels, and I leave them in the background, and but it's more interacting because actually they always have a live chat. That's why we're going to do soon also our live streaming
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube, because people actually get to interact right
yeah.
away. So it's not like, yeah,
And
it's not like,
I think that's going to be exciting because, right, like you said, you have fans and friends all over the world, and if they can log on and we can interact instantaneously. I think
yeah,
that's really really exciting.
yeah,
So this is forcing us to be more digitally fluent, I guess
yeah,
you could say. I
yeah,
mean, people
absolutely.
are now thinking, okay, before I wouldn't reach out to somebody because they were in another country, or not as frequently. But now
Hmm.
it's like we can actually not only communicate, but we can actually, you know, participate in the same event together.
Yeah,
We can watch a show together, or we can,
yeah,
share advice, or any kind of um,
yeah, absolutely. And that's why the third topics is this, full digitalization of many things around us. We've seen this, with education. It's playing
yeah,
telemedicine. you know this we are realizing that many so many of our habits were just routine, but whether we actually have the tools now to have more time to focus on ourselves, and we don't need to physically go here and there. We don't need that. We don't
mhm,
need to do that. We can
right.
actually, from the comfort of our home, do more stuff,
Hmm.
be safer, and focus on other stuff. And
Well, it'll save a lot of time too, right?
yeah,
Instead of having to go to the doctor, you can actually schedule an appointment right on your computer,
yeah,
and you can just look at you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're right. I mean, that's going to change the way, I guess the whole business model is, because now they don't need a
Yeah.
receptionist, or they don't need a person. Sorry about
No, no.
that. Yeah, they don't need a person to, maybe collect the files or something like that.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
yeah.
not only that, but there are already the apps that basically you can have an EKG, like basically with an app. So you can,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
or you can measure diabetes, like the insulin level that you need with an app. I mean,
Mm,
there are many things that you can already do, and even your your blood pressure, many
right.
other stuff that if the doctor needs remotely your biometrics, you can already do that actually. It's
That's
just that
true.
we are
Yeah.
used, oh, I need to see the doctor.
Yeah.
I don't need like consultancy, I need to see the doctor. And
Right.
again,
Well,
there is nothing
well,
wrong with that, but the point is, yeah.
this could also, right. I mean, now that people are starting to see that their businesses can actually go on through the internet, that might even change the way that they even, maybe not even have a physical brick and mortar business.
Yeah.
They could just have something online, or maybe one or two staff people to do the invoicing, or whatever. But that's, yeah, maybe it can be just down to the digital world.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Um, but we should move on to
Yeah.
our the
Our
top.
magic list.
Yeah. Well, I don't have 10 things myself, but maybe between you and I, we
Okay.
can
Yeah. You reach
get
10.
10
Yeah.
things. But so what would be the top at your, I guess, or would it be the start with the number 10, or just we'll just go randomly? Go ahead.
Well, I would say I know my number one is coffee.
During
I
any
could
time, not
literally
just
live
before.
on coffee. I
Yeah.
don't need food. I don't need anything
You don't
else.
need food? You're good. I don't know about that, Joseph. I think you do need
Coffee.
I think we all need food, but
Not if I have to choose between coffee and food. It's coffee. It's still coffee.
okay, caffeine. I would
Uh,
say, for me, Netflix. I can't do
okay.
it's just, we have to watch we're watching our shows all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess that they already had a gazillion of clients, and now it's just gonna be better for them. And then
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
industries who are going to profit by this for sure.
Right.
Netflix is becoming even bigger for sure.
Right. Well, they can't shoot any new shows, but they can certainly we can certainly watch all the old shows that we wouldn't have thought of watching.
Yeah,
So I mean, we're,
exactly.
we're literally, I think, in season 5 of The Office, and
Uh-huh.
are watching Homeland. Actually, that's a
Oh, okay.
big favorite of ours. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk about, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's a
Well,
real.
I'm actually using this time to find all because I'm passionate about horror movies and sci-fi, and I
Mm,
can watch literally anything. So even if it's like a B horror movie or Z horror movie, like it doesn't matter because there is always like a gem in the crappiest sci-fi movie, in the crappiest horror movie. There is always a gem. There is always an idea, a
Friday
concept,
the
something is,
13th.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the whole Friday. Well, mine was Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
I love, I liked I mean, he was a good character. He was actually funny. He
Oh, yeah.
had sort of
Yeah.
kind of interesting charisma about him.
Yeah.
He was kind of quick-witted,
Yeah.
but
Not exactly the person you want to meet in a nightmare, but still.
well, my favorite, and then we'll move on, was when he actually licked the girl through the phone. That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
great. And that's one thing that won't happen on the digital world, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't really touch.
Yeah.
But maybe one day, maybe we'll get that one day.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but anyway, so what's next for you? Well, what's the next thing you can do?
So, of course, video games is for me. Yeah, I'm one of those. Yeah. So as
What,
far as I have my cup of coffee and my PlayStation, Yeah, I'm fine.
What's your? I know nothing about the video world. So what's your favorite game?
Well, now it's like if you were passionate about video games, we are living in our heaven. The fact that you can actually play online, live with other people,
Yeah.
connected with intercom, it's just fantastic. You have people from all over the world, and you crash heads, you shoot at people, you destroy warehouses, you blow them up, and you can cheer with your buddies from South Africa,
Wow.
Australia. Yeah, I know it's
That sounds great. I actually, this was back in the day, gosh, in the 90s, they had mudding. Do you remember Mud? That was like well, I didn't play it, but a roommate of my boyfriend in college was a big mudder. Mud was a big game. It was like, I think kind of like Dungeons and Dragons online or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
had a character and I'm sure the technology was much less then, but he met a girl it was like he set up a date to meet this girl that he met on Mud. So you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can
yeah,
always
exactly.
meet. So,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see. I would say my next during a quarantine having to be indoors would be because we live on the beach, I would say our view. Because we
Yeah.
actually have, I mean, to know that the outdoors still exist and you can still enjoy it, even if it's
Hmm.
from through your balcony window, then that's one thing I couldn't live without. If I was within just four walls, I'd go crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that absolutely. And I would say that there is bacon. Bacon is something that, because whatever you wrap in bacon, it's simply
That'd
it's
be
better.
great.
It's
Of
better. It
course.
doesn't matter. It can
Yeah.
be a cauliflower, it can be peas, it can be rice,
Asparagus or
and
something like that. Yeah.
brace yourself. I have a piece of pecan fudge and bacon.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know to
I
get you
thought
good
I
with it.
thought it was disgusting, and until I tasted it, and when I
Well,
tasted it,
they actually, right. I've had a bacon wrapped around dates
oh,
or
oh,
bacon,
yeah,
yeah, something, I mean, because you've got the sweet and the savory. So
yeah.
that's
You
great.
see,
Yeah,
makes sense.
absolutely.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I don't know. I guess my thing I can't live without it would be my husband, of course.
Okay. Oh,
Because if I was there by myself, I would go crazy. So
I thought partners were out, because of course my wife would be the first thing.
right, right. I'm
Yeah.
right. Indoor plumbing, electricity, we all need that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I mean, we would all be outside. We wouldn't care. We'd all
Yeah.
be we'd all be infected with a coronavirus because
And I could not live without my wife's questions. She has questions about stuff I can't even think about. She comes with questions about why this is like this, how that works, or why that went that way.
you're
And I said,
inquisitive.
I never wondered. I never asked myself that question. So,
Wow, that's great. Keeps you thinking, right? Somebody,
yeah,
well, you need that stimulation. At least you still have some human contact,
yeah,
to have a mate or, your family, whoever it is. Hopefully you get along with maybe your roommates, maybe. But yeah, no, I mean, you definitely need that human contact other
yeah.
than just through a screen.
Okay,
So,
then I would say pillow. My pillow. If I don't have, I can only sleep on my pillow. It's my pillow.
no,
It's
no,
only
do you
mine.
have a specific brand of pillow? That's the thing.
No, it's I don't know. It's just I actually use two pillows, because one is not enough. Three are too many, but two pillows just perfect.
Just
And
right.
I can sleep on the floor as far as I have my pillows. Otherwise,
Well, I don't have anything that I wrote down, but I would just, oh gosh, I would say the gym here, I
mm,
guess, or yoga. I
yeah,
would say yoga. Yeah, because I mean, I'm a workout, I
mhm,
guess, kind of fanatic a little bit, but I always like to do some sort of workout or stretching, whatever it is.
mhm,
That really helps out because eventually sitting in the same position, sitting on your
yeah,
couch, it starts to get it. get to you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
if I couldn't stretch out and work out, then again, I'd go crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think we come up with a very interesting list. So
Yeah.
we are curious to see
Yeah. Send us
which
your
is
comments.
our, yeah,
We have our viewers
our
there.
viewers list.
You can't live without during
Yeah.
this quarantine chaotic time. So
Exactly. So, you know, the invitation is to our viewers to let us know which are the things you can live without during your quarantine. And of course, if you like this video, to leave a like and of course, leave a comment. Let us know. And of course, to share if you like. Of course, that helps us a lot. And Beatrice, it's always a pleasure.
yes,
It's
Joseph.
always very funny.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep
I
it
don't know
up.
what we're going to talk about, but
Yeah,
it always turns
exactly.
out okay.
Bacon.
All right. Well,
Okay, see
digital
you next
high
time.
five. See you
Bye.
next time.
Ciao. High
Bye.
five.